General slain, hero gone. None dare walk where the pass road run. White wisps burn where the eyeless sleep. Black of heart, the dead won't sleep. General slain, hero gone. One fool walks where the past road runs. Part the dead, release the living. Far from home, but the forgiving.
Reflow, kindness. A healer must not hesitate.
What's so great about Yangzhou? Marry someone here and you're trapped for life.
Down? Figures. Even the Sparks have it in for Alina.
Who's this about again?
That Saurat tore up my manuscript. Just you.
Home?
My dad said he fixed this tower years ago. Lots of soldiers helped back then.
May all beings everywhere be free.
Grandma.
You promised.
Remember that banner, child. Wherever it flies.
One last
That's
song,
home.
gentlemen.
These folks really haven't seen it.
Finally, the foreign banners fall.
Remember, children, the wine in this jar is a feast paid for in blood. Young
Dance for
Melodies.
us. I'll beat the rhythm with my blade. These folks really haven't seen the world.
Now then, look into this crystal. There's
Play Liangzhou melody, maestro. I could dance all the way to
Go home. Youngjo isn't the place.
Drink today, worry tomorrow.
So crowded. Should we wait?
That lantern. It's beautiful.
Maiden dolls, pretty braids like flower buds.
Fancy some wine?
Motion writing is a bunch of
Youngjo's got wine?
squiggles.
Try the pipa for free. You want to hear a tune?
wish a big lantern
They'd
and the young general.
indulge pretty braids like flower buds.
With your quick steps and strong build, you must be quite the skilled fighter.
You're flattering me.
Honestly, I stopped you because I need a favor.
What favor?
Have you heard any talk lately about Buddha blessing Tong or the Skinny Arhat guarding Liangzhou?
No, I haven't.
Really? Well, let me fill you in. After General Tang Yichao reclaimed Heshi, he sent Master Wu Zhen and a group of monks disguised to slip past Mutun's blockade. They endured harsh weather and hunger, finally reaching Chang'an. On that day, all the people turned out to welcome Master Wu Zhen. Wearing humble clothes and worn shoes, looking like a Skinny Arhat, with banners flying that read, Heshi restored. Without his dedication and sacrifice, Liangzhou wouldn't be flying Tong flags today.
Master Wu Zhen braved storms and hardship. He truly lives up to his name.
Now, there are 3 special spots in Liangzhou City.
Hey, Uncle Liangzhou, enough with the story. Get to the point.
Right. The point is, with Buddha's birthday coming up, we've decided to gather scraps of fabric from every household in town to make a patchwork kaseya robe for Master Wu Zhen. The problem is, we're all busy, and none of us is nimble enough to be scrambling over rooftops and through tight alleys.
So you want me to...
You're fast on your feet. We think you're the best person to run around town collecting what we need.
Don't worry. We've pulled some money so you won't be working for free.
Oh, no. If it's to make a patchwork robe honoring Buddha, I couldn't possibly accept payment. Consider it my offering.
These folks really haven't seen the world.
Ginger linen.
Excuse me, miss. I've been asked to gather scraps of fabric to make a patchwork robe for the Skinny Arhat. If you have any leftover cloth at home, could you spare a piece?
The Skinny Arhat? You mean Master Wu Zhen?
Exactly. You know him?
Of course. Everyone around here knows the Skinny Arhat.
That's great. I'm sure the neighbors will be happy to help.
More than that. Wait up! Dad! Mom! Tell the neighbors a wanderer's here collecting scraps for the Skinny Arhat's robe. Here, 108 pieces all sewn together. We've got it ready for you.
This patchwork stitching is so fine and neat. You're really skilled.
You're too kind. But I can tell you're not from around here.
How can you tell?
Well, since you're here gathering cloth for the robe, do you actually know where you are?
Not really.
See that temple over there? That's the first of 3 sacred sites linked to the Skinny Arhat protecting Liangzhou.
A sacred site?
Yep. There are 3 miracles attributed to the Skinny Arhat in this city. And that temple is the first.
Where's the miracle?
When the enemy took over Liangzhou, they tried turning all the temples around here into barracks for warrior monks. They brought in Bo 10 monks for this. They destroyed Buddha statues, burned scriptures, made weapons, did whatever they wanted. Oh, monks, they took up swords and spears recklessly, and the Skinny Arhat's divine punishment struck them. All were crippled and lame.
What happened to the original Han monks? Were they driven out? Or worse?
Thanks to Master Wu Zhen, who somehow negotiated with Mutun, the Han monks were spared and allowed to stay. But they were forced every day to chant strange, meaningless prayers. Later, when General Zheng drove the enemy out, those Bochen monks were just abandoned. Still, Master Wu Zhen showed mercy and let the Bochen monks remain in the temple.
Thank you again for the patchwork robe, miss. I'm off to see that sacred site now. Farewell.
These folks really haven't seen...
Master, my foot pains me again.
That foot is beyond healing now. Could this truly be the Skinny Arhat's curse?
Every brother who swung the Vajra pestle ended up with a crushed foot from its heavy head. That Vajra pestle was meant to fight demons. But instead, we were ordered to use it against our own Han monks. Doesn't that make us the real demons in the end?
Exactly. The Vajra pestle, meant to subdue evil, has turned its power back upon us. Now that it's come to this, all we can do is good deeds and chant scriptures. Try to make amends.
So that's how those monks ended up with injured feet from the Vajra pestle. Looks like Mutun really aimed to destroy these Han Buddhist texts from the start. Wait, how come these Bodchen documents have so many scriptures and Han characters? Why are these Vajra pestles so top-heavy and awkward? The shafts seem hollow. Using these as weapons, we'd probably hurt ourselves before even touching the enemy. Master, that's exactly the situation. So please, accept this patchwork kaseo we made in your honor.
Amitabha, I'm truly grateful for your kindness. But I can't accept this kasea.
Why is that?
I am but a humble monk, unworthy of such an honor. I do not deserve to bear the name of the Skinny Arhat.
Master, you saved the temple and the scriptures during Mutun's rule and protected the Han monks. That's beyond doubt.
It was a small part. The real credit goes to our brothers, who secretly copied the sutras. As for the Bo-Chen monks who ended up crippled, when monks spill blood with their staffs, karmic retribution follows. The punishment is real, but it's not mine to bear.
But
until one has truly alleviated the suffering of the world, they should not claim the merit symbolized by a patchwork robe. I don't have the blessing of those who donated the 108 pieces of cloth, and no matter how generous the offerings, the robe can't be sacred without true virtue behind it. You'd be better off finding the person who truly earned the gratitude of the people who contributed the fabric.
Wuzhen says only those who truly deserve the blessing of the donors can wear this patchwork robe.
If Master Wu Zhen himself feels unworthy...
By the way, last time you mentioned that the Skinny Arhat protecting Liangzhou left behind more than one miracle. Besides that temple, where else?
Oh, there's a big bell behind the pagoda. Right there.
What's the story with that miracle?
Back when Mu Tun tried to turn the temples into barracks for warrior monks, they needed copper to make weapons, so they set their sights on that bell.
You mean Mutun wanted to melt the bell down to make arrowheads?
Exactly. But when they tried to take the bell down, it suddenly wouldn't ring. It became completely mute. The Bo 10 monks sent by Mu Tun tried striking it, but no sound came out. They thought it was a curse from the Buddhas and gave up, leaving the bell behind the pagoda.
I'll go check it out.
This thing just won't budge! I've never seen a bell this heavy!
Isn't this the mute bell? One of those miracles where the Buddha supposedly punished Mutun? Maybe Buddha doesn't want us to move it.
With all your experience, you actually believe that?
What?
There's no divine curse. Just General Zhang's handiwork.
Wait, you said this mute bell has something to do with General Zhang?
Forget it. Don't go digging where you don't belong.
But Mutun's been driven out. What's left to hide?
Exactly. Just tell the Wanderer already.
All right. Since you're so curious, take a guess. Why do you think this mute bell is so heavy?
Could it be something's hidden inside?
Sharp guess. The bell won't ring because it's filled with lead and tin.
Why would they do that?
Back then, Mutun wanted to melt the bell down to make arrowheads. General Zhang got wind of this, secretly teamed up with Master Wu Shen, and gathered a dozen coppersmiths.
Overnight, they melted half the bell and poured in lead and tin to fake a divine curse to scare Mutun.
That's right. Those Bodchen monks Mutun sent were so freaked out, they ran off. I was lucky enough to be a part of that.
What a brave thing to be part of.
Now that Hashi is peaceful, it's time to move this mute bell and have it recast. Come on, everyone. Let's give it a good heave.
I'll lend a hand too.
See? More hands make light work. Thanks for the help, Wanderer.
Master, I get it now.
Please, tell me more.
Huxi was isolated for years, and thanks to General Zhang, it returned to Tang rule. Nobody deserves the title Skinny Arhat more than him. Master, please pass this patchwork robe on to General Zhang.
Amitabha. Benefactor Zhang is truly worthy of this robe.
Thank you, Master.
I've told Benefactor Zhang about your request, but he declined. Do you know where the third miracle of the Skinny Arhat protecting Liangzhou is?
No, I don't.
Not far from here is a place called Zhuo's Embroidery Shop. You should check it out yourself.
brings you here?
Miss, is this embroidery shop yours?
That's right, it's mine. My name's Joe. You can just call me by that.
No wonder you fixed my patchwork coat so effortlessly, and with such amazing skill. So you're the owner of this embroidery shop.
I knew you had a way with words. Weren't you supposed to deliver that patched robe to Master Wu Zhen? How come you ended up here instead?
Master Wu Zhen told me the third miracle of the Skinny Arhat protecting Liangzhou is right here in this very shop.
This little thing? Take a look.
These silk scraps are the miracle?
Compared to the other two, this one's nothing special. Just a local legend, really.
Is there something special about these scraps?
Please take a closer look.
Huh? It looks like there are tiny, dense characters embroidered on these pieces.
Back then, carrying important documents, Master Wu Zhen led his monks disguised as a merchant caravan to get through Mutun's blockade. They came to me for help. We embroidered the documents onto silk, then cut the fabric into scraps and hid them inside pouches layered with Western spices. Using this clever trick, they managed to get news from Liangzhou all the way back to Chang'an.
So these scraps here are...
Embroidery with writing? That's like carving intricate designs onto a grain of wheat. Though many of these pieces are flawed embroidery.
In a mustard seed, the entire universe. Miss Zhou, this third miracle is just as remarkable as the first two.
These folks...
Have you finished looking over the third miracle, Wanderer?
Yes, I have. Even the tiniest things can hold great power. Sometimes it's the smallest detail that shapes the world. Greatness isn't about size.
Well said. You truly have a sharp mind, Wanderer. Now, it's time for me to give you this letter from Benefactor Zhang. Please, tell me more.
The monks, the coppersmiths, the seamstresses, they all did their best to protect the scriptures. All of them are the Skinny Arhat. So instead of a single person, the Skinny Arhat is really the spirit of the people of Liangzhou. Their willingness to suffer for the...
Well said. You've seen the truth clearly, Wanderer. That is the path to awakening.
Master, if the true Skinny Arhat is the people of Liangzhou, why not place this patched robe at the top of the stupa and let it continue protecting everyone?
That wouldn't be right.
Why would they do that?
The Skinny Arhat is a spirit born from collective hardship. Once its purpose is fulfilled, it naturally fades away, and all things return to their true form. The monks, the coppersmiths, the seamstresses, Benefactor Zhang, and all the people of Liangzhou. They've all completed their part. So none of them are the Skinny Arhat anymore.
Such a big lantern fair, and the young general...
And so, in the end, no one would accept the patched robe.
How profound. When the cause ends, everything returns to truth. Master, I see it now.
Since no one will take the robe, we'll leave it in your hands, Wanderer.
Me?
The Skinny Arhat protected Liangzhou. Now the patched robe goes to the one fated to receive it.
Thank you, Wanderer. See you.
These folks really haven't seen the world.
Ginger linen! Breathable and won't stick to your back when you're
Wanderer, that tattered robe you're holding, are you planning to keep it?
Tattered robe? No, this is...
I know. A simple patchwork rag, just like the one I'm wearing. Wanderer, the weather's getting cold. This robe of mine won't hold up anymore. Yours looks thicker. How about giving it to me?
So, that's what it means.
What's wrong? You can't bear to part with it. Want me to sing you a tune of falling lotus blossoms to cheer you up?
Skin and bones? Frail as a ghost? You're the Skinny Arhat.
Arhat? What Arhat?
Elder, this patched... No.
Thank you. At least I won't freeze tonight.
The Skinny Arhat guarded Liangzhou, and the patchwork Kaseo was offered to him. Now I get it. I really get it.
That lantern, it's beautiful. Like you. Melodies. One cup for color.
Three cups put you on.
Forcing General Zhang? That's nonsense. Why Shen wouldn't do something like that?
Wait, where did the blade go? That person over there. Sir, I'll go get it.
This blade. No one's allowed to disrespect it. Do whatever you want to me, even kill me. But this blade, you're not taking it away. It's a good blade. And its owner? He's no dishonorable man.
You know who owns it?
Of course. Back in the Raging Tides, we were like brothers. He drank the strongest liquor, rode the fastest horses, and took down the fiercest enemies in the desert together. People call him dishonorable? I don't believe a word of it. I'll bring back proof myself to show those doubters.
You really trust him that much?
I do. Raging Tides doesn't take in the ruthless or unjust. Besides, General Zhang is like family and a mentor to him.
Family and mentor?
General Zhang is Wei Shen's uncle, and he even taught Wei Shen blade skills. The general treated him like his own son. Even this blade was a gift from General Zhang himself.
If that's the case, why are there rumors of trouble now?
I don't know. Wei Shen left Raging Tides years ago. He was brought back by people from Liangzhou. Later I found this note in his room. Might explain why he left. Here, take a look.
After he left Raging Tides, where did he go?
He joined the Gui army. He didn't follow General Zhang's orders. He started from the bottom as just a regular soldier, and went through hell. I even went to find him at the camp once. Things weren't going well for him. He never got any special treatment from General Zhang, so people just wrote him off as a lost cause and ignored him. But Wei Shen has a stubborn streak. Once he makes up his mind, nothing phases him, even being overlooked. I couldn't just stand by. I laid into those bullies, knocked their teeth out. Knocked their teeth out last I heard.
And what happened after?
Then the squad leader showed up. Real tough fighter. When I threw a punch, I ended up dislocating my shoulder.
Whoa, are you okay?
Gotta hand it to you. You really know how to hold your own.
Wait, did you do the same back then?
How did you know? Yeah, I messed up. I couldn't take down that squad leader. Wai Shen stepped in. Because of me, he got into trouble. It blew up completely. General Zhang himself showed up. One order from him and both of us ended up in jail. I still remember it like yesterday. When the general came to question Wai Shen, his shadow stretched long in the candlelight. I couldn't hear every word, but one thing came through clear as day. A favor.
What favor?
General Zhang wanted Wai Shen to learn to bow his head.
Why would the general want that?
He always thought highly of Wai Shen. To the general, the ends justified the means. But Wai Shen refused to bow. He kept his head high, staring the general straight in the eye. When the general left, he said something I heard clearly. If you won't bow, fine. We were stuck in that cell for a long time. When we finally got out, those bullies didn't dare mess with him anymore. Later on, Wai Shen led them and pulled off some big things. Men from the Northwest respect a true fighter. Even those guys knew Wai Shen was a man of honor. There's no way he'd ever do something dishonorable. That's why I can't give you this blade. I still have unfinished business on Wai Shen's behalf. Tomorrow, maybe the day after, when the truth comes out, I'll return this blade to where it belongs. That's a debt I owe him. No drinks got me this tired. You got more questions asked now. My eyes are closing on their own.
Wait, what's this letter here? About that day. Which day? Is that old man still around?
It's all my fault. All my fault. I didn't protect them. You're back, Wanderer. What about that thief? You've been deceived. So was the general.
Have I?
Those traitors. They really were hiding evil intentions. I even warned the general. That man was from a collateral branch. If he kept letting him do as he pleased, he might end up threatening the general's own bloodline someday. But the general still trusted him and favored him. And that's why everything went wrong that day.
That day? What exactly happened?
I saw it myself. Zhang Huaishen and his men surrounded the temple. Wouldn't let any of us near. He cornered the general.
So according to you, Zhang Huaishen actually controlled the general's movements?
No. Wait, that's not... The general would never...
This veteran says Zheng Wusi is a liar. But honestly, I'm not sure he is telling the truth either. In that temple he mentioned, maybe Zheng Wusi is there. I should ask more. Sir, where's this temple you talked about?
At the...
What are you doing here?
I was worried you'd do something rash.
I won't. I've asked around. This temple is where everything started. It happened during the celebration ceremony.
So you want to go inside?
Of course. Wanderer, I need your help. I'm slow and I don't read well. Once we're inside, I'll need your eyes.
You're that sure I'll help?
I know people when I see them. I'm not wrong about you. Come on. Let's look around.
There are a bunch of secret reports, too. Most of them about the general returning to the Tang Court.
I remember that time when Tang envoys had come to Liangzhou. The veterans of the Guiyi army didn't want the general to go to Chang'an. Why? Hard to say.
Look at this. Letters stacked to the ceiling, all of them accusing Zhang Huaishan.
They were so certain the general's own son would take over. They couldn't wait to but why are they all piled up here? Did the general stash them away on purpose? Wait, Wander, come look at this. Wai Shen's father. Wasn't he supposed to have gone to Chang'an of his own will? But from what this letter says, the general was the one who sent him?
If the letter is right, that Huaishen's father went to Chang'an as a hostage because General Zhang arranged it, then the general lied to Huaishen. Going to Chang'an wasn't just his father's choice. And that old soldier, we heard him say that when Huaishen confronted the general hadn't even given his decision about going to Chang'an yet. Which means, before that night, the general had already decided to go to Chang'an. But why? What reason did he have?
I found this in a hidden compartment. Take a look. Could it be? So the general always intended for Wai Shen to take over Liangzhou?
Exactly. That secret meeting, it wasn't a confrontation at all. They were in league with each other.
I knew it! Why should we never forget General? He was the one the General had his eye on from the start. Not long after that night, the General left for Chang'an. Maybe that night was just like this. Snow falling hard.
Feels like something out of a story. A young man in bright clothes on a spirited horse, taking up Liangzhou's blade from a fading hero. From that moment on, he rode across the frontier with steel in hand. Let's show this to that veteran.
This blade. It belonged to General Zhang. And to the day it was driven into the ground. That was also the day Zhang Huaishen... No. Young General Zhang received his father's keepsake back. No wonder he kept repeating that line.
What line? What was he saying?
A poem. Something about the ring of a blade.
The blade circle?
And the return it symbolizes. The circle of the blade and the homecoming of the man. 3 generations of the Zhang family use this blade. Blade standing alone in the snow. It was waiting. Waiting for the one who left for Chang'an to come home again. No. That blade, I have to put it back. Wanderer, that blade, it needs to stand in the snow again. Year by year, from Golden River to Jade Gates Line, day by day, horse and blade in rhythm align. Spring's warm breath, yet snow still drifts and clings, while the yellow river winds, around Black Mountain's rings!
The caravan's coming to the festival. I wonder if that conflict...
The mountains are blocked with snow. Yet here's a fellow enthusiast. Are you also here to see the snow?
I was just wandering and came on a whim. This meeting in the snow makes me glad I did.
Me as well. Drink. Strong drink. Want some?
Sure.
Though we've only just met, it feels as if we're old friends.
Hm.